Young lady in white. Yes, ma'am.
So it makes complete sense to me that the sin is the judgment that you have about it.
Yes.
And the playing God, that makes total sense to me. I just feel a little confused by the example of, like, if you're not married yet and you're dating and you're tempted to kiss someone. I do believe that if you fully have come into the light, you're not tempted by anything.
And if you're tempted, you'll be able to resist it.
Right.
And the tempter is, I want you really, this is so good. The temptation is what the thought that they give you about the guy or the girl. If the guy says, oh, I want to kiss you, you're like, oh, I love you, I want to kiss too. This is Satan talking to you, right? But if you come into the light and Satan just tell you that, you can see him, you recognize his voice, and you won't give into it.
Yeah. But my main confusion about it, though, is that I've heard you say, like, God allows us to be in a fallen state so that we can have babies.
Right.
And so if you're not married yet, don't you need to be tempted? Should you try to fully come into the light when you haven't even been married yet?
No, that's a good question. If you want a family, right?
Yeah, if you want a family.
And let's say that you meet some guy.
I am married, but I don't have a family. I was never able to have a child yet, and I still have a little hope I could get a miracle. Right. So I wonder if should I be trying to get past all temptation altogether?
Well, no. Let me tell you this: when you are in a fallen state, because the only way you can come together, a man and woman come together, is in that fallen state. You're like lusting after each other, and they call that love, but it's really just sex. And once you realize, you know what, I want to have some babies here, you say to the guy, hey, if you want to have some babies, we got to get married. And so you get married, and you have a truckload of white babies, because we need more white babies. And then once you have all the babies, then you cut out the sex and start to know yourself and return to the Father. And then with your kids, you'll pass love down to them rather than hate.
Is it possible for someone, like, if you're already saved, can you find a spouse? I feel worried about Charnel somehow. I want her to find somebody.
You don't have to be worried about
okay.
I believe that when God wants to bring my spouse to me, He will.
Okay.
I don't believe in women going out looking for a spouse. I don't believe in women lowering their standards down to giving a man sex or whatever before marriage. I believe that if marriage is for me, God will bring him to me, and I will know. It's not something that I don't have a singles disease or anything. Like I'm okay.
But the one thing I do want to tell you, once you're truly born again, it's impossible to get married.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried
because
about.
once you're truly born again, you have perfect love, and it doesn't feel like anything is missing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
There's nothing missing.
Yeah.
The only way you can get married, you have to be in a fallen state, so something is missing.
Yeah.
You'll look for love, or you'll look for something, right? But if you have perfect love, you're not going to look for love, so you wouldn't be drawn to a man in that way. Mm-hmm. So it has to happen before you return to the Father.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would never get married.
Yeah. I feel like there has to be some kind of an intermediate state.
That's why
you're not fully saved, but you still understand that playing God is a sin, and that trying to control the world is a sin. Where you still understand that, and you can have a lot less suffering in your life, but maybe you're not. I don't know. I just feel like there has to be some kind of an intermediate state there for people that are in the process of finding a mate and having babies.
No, you listen to Satan, I think.
Maybe. I do that. I do that a lot. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm glad. There's no inner what?
An intermediate state.
I'm glad, so.
Where you don't have to suffer so much, but you're not. Because I feel so much better after. I feel so much better after hearing what you said about don't hang on to your thoughts and about playing God.
Yeah.
I thought God needed my help to figure out the world,
Right.
and I was holding on to every thought, and I was so miserable. And yeah, and the silent prayer, I mean, I just feel so much better.
Right on.
I think you could feel better without being.
What I would recommend, do you want a child? You're married. Do you want a baby?
I think I do.
You're not sure? I'm about to talk to God for you.
You're going to talk to God for me?
Yeah, so I need to know so I can tell him.
Okay.
No, I'm playing. Do you want a baby?
Maybe I'm not sure. I might just feel like I should, that I didn't. Yeah, I might just feel like that I should, and that I really want to give that to my husband.
Do you want a baby? I'm just not getting it. Do you want a baby?
I have to tell you, Satan keeps telling me that my dog is my baby. And I feel satisfied, but it's actually, I don't. It's a bad feeling. It's a bad feeling to love a dog that much.
Yeah,
I
I
recognize
bet.
that there's something wrong with it. There's
Yes.
something not right about yeah.
So do you want a baby?
I have to meditate on that some more.
I'm sorry?
I have to meditate on it some more. I feel like if I said yes, it would just be to get out of this situation.
So you don't know if you want one or not?
I don't know if I want one.
Okay, well, forget about it.
Okay.
As Chanel mentioned, seek first the kingdom of God in his right way.
Yeah.
And he knows your heart desire
Yeah.
more than you can even imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's meant to be, it will be.
Yeah.
And if it's not meant to be, you would not be missing anything.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I used to want 10 kids when I was growing up, and I only had one.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm glad I only have one. I don't want any more. You know, because I'm fulfilled. I have perfect peace, so nothing is missing. So seek the kingdom. It sounds like you're on the right track. Do the silent. Are you doing it every day and night?
Twice a day, every day. If I don't get in the morning, I do the afternoon. But I haven't missed a day since I started doing it. I haven't.
How about
missed
a
day.
night?
Every night, every single night.
Okay, stay with the prayer. Speak up. Doubt every thought, and whatever will be, will be. It'll be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
All right?
It's been amazing so far.
Yeah. Any questions for me? This is your first time here?
No, I was here last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that was you.
Yeah, you
Down
talked to me.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, I misplaced you. And so, did you talk to your parents?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Well, one of the best things I think you say is don't do anything because I said so.
Right.
And I still don't feel it for myself that I resent them. I don't believe it yet that I resent them. I think I resent myself.
Why do you resent yourself?
I always had I may have inherited it somehow through my mother, a guilt complex, like that everything is my fault. Because looking back, I can remember having anger as a child.
Yes.
And frustration and yeah. So, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Go forgive her for that.
Even if I don't feel like I hold it against her?
But it is affecting you. That's why you can remember it now. Once you forgive, you cannot remember.
But I don't remember anything she did. I just know that she had that same issue.
What do you think? So did you get that from her?
Like if you could pass it through your DNA type of way, but
No, through the spirit. If you had a crazy mama, you're going to be a crazy daughter.
and I hear what you're saying. I
But
do
smoke
hear what
on
you're
it.
saying. Yeah.
Smoke, G, you have an extra joint?
No, I don't
Smoke on it.
smoke pot.
You're right. Don't force it. Now that you're doing the silent prayer, you're speaking up, you're paying attention, it will be revealed to you.
Yeah.
Whatever's in there, he'll show it to you,
Yeah.
and you just overcome it. But
Yeah.
if you see you need to go and forgive, make sure you go and forgive.
And you don't think there's any way to forgive yourself? Like anybody that has a hatred toward themselves, it
Oh,
has
yeah.
to be that they hate their
Yeah,
parents?
stop hating yourself too. Realize that whatever happened, there's nothing you can do about it.
Can I start with me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you hate yourself again? I'm sorry.
I don't so much, and I think I'm
You
I'm
don't
getting
hate
over
yourself?
it. I have.
You
a
about to
lot.
make me drink.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. It
No,
just
I'll mess with you.
I made a lot of
Do you hate
mistakes.
yourself or you don't hate yourself? Because you said it before and you're saying it again.
Yeah.
that you believe you hate yourself.
At this moment, I don't feel like I do at all.
But
at this
how about
moment.
other moments?
I mean, not since I've been doing the silent prayer, I don't.
So you don't hate yourself.
No.
Why did you hate yourself in the beginning?
I just felt responsible for everything, and
Like
I
what?
always felt like the hurt that I caused other people just tormented me, and just kept making me hurt people more.
Right.
I'm the person that cheated on 2 husbands, and
That's amazing.
I felt guilty for past
Anybody want
relationships.
her?
Before no, I'm remarried again.
Oh. It's time
and
to
I'm
do
done.
a third cheating.
What's that?
3 strikes and you're out, not
I
2.
know that it's not. No, it's not
No,
going to
you'll be fine.
ever happen again.
And
But when you feel guilty, it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening.
and why
that's
do you
why
feel guilty? You're right about that. When you feel guilty about it, you'll do it again.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it'll happen over and over. But why are you feeling guilty? Or did you feel guilty?
I did feel, because I thought that it's my responsibility to make sure that the world is okay, or that I
so-
felt guilty from the playing God thing, that I
So you
that I
cheated
should.
on your husbands to make the world better?
No, oh my gosh, no,
To make them better?
no,
To make the other guys better?
no.
What do you mean by I thought the world needed to be okay?
Yeah, it sounds really confusing. No, that's where the guilt came from. That's where
so you had this guilt
and then the
that you
bad
wanted
things,
the world
the
to be
evil
okay.
things that I did, the totally evil things that I did, came out of the guilt. But the
Right.
guilt came from this. It's very paradoxical, because the harder you try to be a good person, the worse person you are.
You can't be a good person
You can't
on
be
your
a
own.
good person. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly what it was.
So let me just break it down. So you wanted the world to be a better place, right?
It sounds ridiculous, but it sounds ridiculous.
Have you heard of Michael Jackson?
Yes.
So you wanted the world to be a better place.
Yeah.
This is so funny. And so you saw that the world is not a better place. And so you felt guilty because the world is not a better place. Am I saying this right?
I just felt responsible that if the world was good, it would be because I'm being good, and if the world is bad, it's because I'm being bad.
And so the
That
world, you
it's
saw that.
kind of all on me what the world is, and it's
I'm
I see that it's
confused, though.
ridiculous.
I don't know. You're not answering my question. Joel,
Yeah.
can you help me? Joel, Black.
I think what she's saying, if I'm getting it right, is she felt like she was adding to
Let her have a mic and take the mic that he has.
Oh, yeah.
This is so interesting. Is this interesting?
That she felt like she was, if she did bad, she felt like she was part of the reason why the world is bad. If she did good, she felt like she was part of the reason why the world is
Is that
good.
right?
Yes, yeah, that's pretty.
So
good.
you looked out and you saw the world as a bad place.
No, not necessarily.
You don't have it either, buddy.
No,
thought
but
he
what
had
Joel
it.
said is right. That the world is good or bad based on what I do.
But you didn't have
And that
anything to
made
do
me-
with the world.
I know, and I know that now. I
But
see
you
that
thought you
now.
did?
I thought I did.
Why do you
yeah.
think that?
I was raised to think that. I was
Who
raised
told you
in
that?
a social justice church.
Oh, the preacher told you that?
Yeah, everybody told me that.
And what did they tell you? That you should make the world better?
Yeah,
By doing what?
by being a good person.
Oh, I see. And so you could not be a good person and you felt
Yeah.
guilty.
And having compassion and
I got it now.
caring about everything and everybody. and-
Yeah. And because you could not be that,
Yeah.
you felt guilty about it.
Yeah.
And as a result, you got married, and then that guilt, it causes you to,
Yeah.
caused you to cheat.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
And then when you cheated, you hated yourself for that.
Yeah.
Because this good person is cheating. Right?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I was hurting people.
Your husbands,
Yeah.
did they know you were cheating?
I told. I mean, I told them.
Oh, you saying so?
I
I'm
told
going
them.
out tonight and I'm going to cheat.
No.
So you told them about it after you cheated.
Yes.
And what made you tell them?
I thought it was the right thing to do.
And then you later found out it
And I
wasn't.
thought that was me. I thought that was me loving them and like being respectful enough for them to be honest. And looking back, it was a way to if I tell them, then I'll have to get myself under control. And so I was doing it for myself because I wasn't controlling myself. And
I totally understand that.
and to relieve my own guilt, it wasn't looking back. I just listened to a church service from a couple months ago where you said, "Don't tell if a man cheats, don't tell." And
Right.
it makes sense to me. I hear how some people might think that's horrible, but it kind of makes sense to me.
That's another lie that the world have taught
Yeah.
people. If you cheat, you have to tell, especially the women. They want you to tell them everything, right? And the moment you tell them, they judge you.
Yeah.
It's best not to cheat, but if
Yeah.
you fall into that, don't do it again. And the problem is you resented yourself for doing it because the church said you're supposed to be good, and you're trying to make yourself be good, not knowing you could not do anything of yourself. You can't make yourself good. So you had this guilt thing going, and then when you cheated, you went and told them about it, and it just made things worse. Had you not been told that you can make yourself better, you wouldn't have felt that way, and you would not have cheated.
Yeah.
So let that go. You couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Don't hold that against yourself anymore. And once you see that I'm wrong with all this guilt and stuff, God will forgive. He's not holding it against you anyway, but you'll be free from it. Let that go. And then if you stop playing God, you will not cheat on this husband you're with
Yeah.
now. It won't
Yeah.
happen.
It's not going to happen.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
And you realize now that you can't make yourself be perfect or good or anything. God has to do it through you.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
And I know to stop listening to my thoughts.
Yes.
Because that's also what led me, I just, became obsessive. I become obsessive.
Yeah.
I used to become obsessive about people and just believing my thoughts. And
Were you all into the Bible and all that too?
No,
Did you read the Bible?
not too much
Well, no
growing
wonder.
up.
No, I'm messing with you. No. Because I know a lot of Christians, they cheat, they do stuff that are wrong, and they quote the Bible on the way there to do it.
Yeah.
First John said, okay, I can't help it. But just relax, you'll be fine. And you're doing the right thing. Doubt every thought.
Yeah.
And when you doubt the thought, you have faith in the Father. And it's not a feeling, it's just a light unto your feet. All right?
Yeah.
Because you can't make yourself believe. That's another thing I used to think, that you can make yourself believe in God. That you can read the Bible, you can go to church, you can quote the scriptures, you can teach Bible class, and all that, and that going to make you believe in God. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
And you can't make yourself love people.
No.
I've been practicing what you've said about just observe and have no opinion. And
Yes.
I used to be, I guess I have been shy and just passing someone on the street, I would try to build myself up, like I'm going to look them in the eye and I'm going to see them as a beautiful person and I'm going to be, and it just what would come out of my mouth would be
friends with
so
Oprah?
weak. But now if you look at someone and you have no opinion, there's a kind of a love there that's
Yes.
not. It's a kind of a love that you don't even know you can't believe that would come out from having no
Exactly.
opinion about someone.
That is so deep. You're
Yeah.
so right about that. That's an amazing thing.
And when I talk to someone looking at them like that, it sounds like my voice. It doesn't sound like some weak, pathetic. It's amazing.
That's right. Wow.
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Now you see why I say amazing,
I
huh?
do.
That is so amazing. When you don't have the judgment in your heart, you see things differently. You see people as they are. You don't judge them. And you can treat them the way they need to be treated. I noticed that with my employees. I can tell when they're lying. I can tell when they cover it up. I can tell when they're sneaking around. So I ask them about it. I see where they're coming from, but I don't judge them for it. And I just kind of hang out, let them think they're getting away with something, and then even then, I'm not mad at them about anything because I understand it's in here. Their heart has not been changed yet. Right on. So you'll be fine. That make sense?
Yep.
So don't, you know now not to judge yourself at all. So what happened with those two husbands, it's over with. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore.
Yeah.
And so don't let Satan feed it to you like it still exists. 'Cause if you resent it, you will cheat on the next one. All right?
Yep.
Okay.